My dear friends, today we will discuss about complication of hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy. Now, hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy or HOCM, also known as hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, also known as asymmetrical septal hypertrophy or idiopathic hypertrophic subaortic stenosis. So it has many names, and it is actually a type of cardiomyopathy where there is hypertrophy of the heart muscle because of genetic disease or various other condition. The heart muscle become hypertrophic and gradual declining in the pumping capacity of the heart, and it is associated with left ventricular outflow tract obstruction. The hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy may be because of some various risk factors, and most common risk factor is family history as well as genetic mutation in some genes responsible for production of the heart muscle proteins. Beside, the disease affects one individual per 100 population. So in the ratio of 1 is to 500 it affects, and men and women are both equally prone to this disease, and the disease can be seen even in children also or in pediatric age group also. Now today we will discuss about the complication of the hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy. Now this HOCM may lead to various complications, but most important is left ventricular outflow tract obstruction, which is because of asymmetrical septal hypertrophy involving the septum, especially interventricular septum is enlarged, which causes outflow obstruction, and with time the heart muscle become inefficient or weaken and ultimately leads to heart failure. So one of the most important complication of HOCM is heart failure. The heart failure cause because of many reasons, because of gradual failing of the heart muscle to pump the blood against the left ventricular outflow tract obstruction that occurs because of septal hypertrophy. So septal hypertrophy that occurs in HOCM or hypertrophic cardiomyopathy leads to the left ventricular outflow tract obstruction, and gradually it creates a problem or resistance for the heart muscle to pump blood against that. That's why with time the heart muscle become gradually weak and ultimately leads to heart failure. Beside, the with time the left ventricular muscle mass becomes stiff also, and that's why it also leads to failure of the heart muscle to undergo relaxation. The muscle compliance will be affected, and with time it may leads to heart failure. So heart failure is one of the important complication of hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, which may leads to end stage heart disease or end stage cardiac disease, and it may need or end stage heart failure, if cannot be managed with any treatment, may need cardiac transplant or heart transplant. The second important complication is cardiac arrhythmia. So irregular heartbeat may be caused because of hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, and one of these is atrial fibrillation. Now as we know, because of asymmetrical hypertrophy of the interventricular septum, it leads to the mitral valvular aperture abnormality, which ultimately increase the risk of mitral regurgitation. And because of mitral regurgitation, there is more amount of blood accumulation in the left atrium, so left atrium undergo dilatation, and it may stimulate the atrial fibrillation. So in atrial fibrillation there will be gradual disappearance of P wave in ECG, and at the same time irregular RR interval. So these are the one of the important ECG finding of atrial fibrillation. Now atrial fibrillation must be treated uh, with anticoagulants and some antiarrhythmic drugs, because atrial fibrillation, if it is not treated with anticoagulants, it may leads to ischemic stroke, then various ischemic events or cerebrovascular accident and so on. So we have to treat the atrial fibrillation with anti-arrhythmic drugs or and anticoagulants, so as to prevent the complication of the disease. Besides, atrial fibrillation also increase the incidence of thromboembolic phenomena, which may further complicate the hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy. Another important complication of hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy is left ventricular outflow tract obstruction, that I've already described, that because of the asymmetrical hypertrophy or hypertrophy of the interventricular septum facing the left ventricle, the left ventricular outflow is blocked, or it creates a resistance on the path of the blood flow, and because of that the amount of blood coming out from the left ventricle is very much less, and which ultimately uh, affect the systemic circulation, blood pressure changes, and leads to various other sign symptoms of the disease, and it also gradually cause pressure effect or volume effect on the heart muscle also. So outflow tract obstruction is the most important complication. Beside, because of the outflow tract, the heart muscle may undergo thickening, and chest pain, fainting, at the same time shortness of breath, all those things can be there. Actually, since the because of left ventricular outflow tract obstruction, blood coming out from the left ventricle is very much less, so cardiac output is also less, and that's why blood supplying to the brain is also less, and that's why chance of fainting, then syncopal attacks is very common, because the blood supplying to the various parts of the body or systemic circulation is less because of the left ventricular outflow tract, and that's why we may see the faintness, giddiness, unconsciousness, and so on. Beside, chest pain and shortness of breath, they are also very common. Because of left ventricular outflow tract obstruction, there is more accumulation of blood in the left ventricle, and it may give a pressure on the left atrium. So there is, and through left atrium it gives a back pressure and increase the pressure on the pulmonary veins, and ultimately it causes pulmonary hypertension leading to shortness of breath. So shortness of breath can also be seen in one of the important clinical feature of hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, and which is because of the important pathophysiological state known as left ventricular outflow tract obstruction, and it is also a complication of HOCM. Beside, there is another important complication known as mitral valvular deformity or mitral regurgitation. Now, there is a subaortic stenosis in HOCM. Below the aorta or origin of the aorta, there is a asymmetrical hypertrophy of the interventricular septum facing the ventricle, especially left ventricle, and that's why what will happen? It causes a mismatch